was November 1989. I was 23 years old, doing what you would call some soul searching. Real alone time, just me and the white chalk lines on the road. I just needed a little break from it all. That night I was stopped in New Mexico. I gotta say, I really love that part of the US. Tall, beautiful trees, and mountains as far as the eye could see. A nice place to settle if I ever could. Cold as hell, though. So there I was, filling up on gas before calling it a night. According to the old woman inside, there should be a few hotels up ahead. I looked up to see a woman at the pump next to me. She was pretty. Light brown hair, brown eyes, denim jacket and pants. She was smoking a cigarette and our eyes met. We share a smile and then look away. I couldn't remember the last time I went on a date. It had to be back in high school. Working doubles at pizza place just to take a girl out for a burger and fries. I can't say I regret it though. There were simpler times for sure. I look away, pretend to mind my business. I thought that would be the end of that. And then I heard her voice.
Where you headed?
I turned toward her, confirming it was me she was talking to. I haven't really figured that out yet. I'm just gonna crash somewhere for the night, but other than that, somewhere north, I guess. What about you?
I live a few miles down the road. It's a small town. Don't see a lot of new faces around here. I'm Ashley, by the way.
Chris. Nice to meet you. She looks at her watch, then glances at the payphone next to the store.
Chris? Can you watch my car for a second? I just need to make a phone call.
Not a problem. She flashes a pretty smile, then walks towards the payphone. By this point, my hands are freezing. I breathe on them for warmth. I stop the gas from pouring and place the nozzle back into its slot. I steal a look at Ashley. She appears tired, waiting for her call to be answered. The air suddenly blows even colder. I shiver and zip up my jacket. Then the lights flicker, leaving me in complete darkness for a split second. Weird. Sure, this sort of thing happens all the time. Gas station in the middle of a forest, after all. I reflexively look for Ashley, expecting to see her standing at the payphone. She's gone. Had we been anywhere else, I wouldn't have freaked out. But we were isolated. A tiny, man-made island among a sea of trees. I looked toward her car. It's still sitting there, empty. That's when I noticed the phone. It was hanging loosely from its cord, swaying unnervingly. Ashley? Ashley! Nothing. No other cars nearby, or anything. I check her car again, thinking maybe I didn't see her, but it was vacant. I glanced at the phone again, the receiver still swinging slowly in the wind. Now the cold was getting to me. It felt like the temperature was dropping, rapidly. My nose starts to drip a little. I'm about to walk over to the store, to get out of the cold, and to see if Ashley's there, when suddenly the power goes out. The entire station, covered in darkness. I stopped dead. At this point, I wasn't completely scared, but I could feel my heart starting to race. I wanted to believe it was just a power outage, that Ashley hadn't just vanished. But damn it just felt too surreal. I go back to my car, grab my flashlight and start making my way towards the store. Then I hear it. A woman crying. I look around, but I don't see anyone. Hello? No answer. The crying continues. It seems to be coming from inside the store. My body resists me every step of the way. I walk inside. Darkness shrouds the interior. Trash and random debris cover the floor. Panels hang from the ceiling, and a layer of dirt and grime covers everything. A thick, foul odor flooded my nose, and I found it hard not to gag every 5 seconds. The place seemed abandoned, but that was impossible. Hello? Is anyone hurt? Suddenly the crying stops, and I'm left in extremely uncomfortable silence. My blood runs cold. I have the sudden, overwhelming feeling that I was somewhere else. Suddenly I hear movement from the back of the store. Someone shuffling around barefooted. I frantically swing my flashlight around. I know coming inside was a mistake. Something else is in here, and I don't want to find out what. I start backing toward the door. But when I get to it, it's locked. There was no way I was gonna force the door in time, so I had no choice but to head deeper into the store. I move around the register, and that's when I see the floor is covered by a layer of some kind of slime. It's blood red and smells absolutely terrible. If my stomach wasn't already empty, I would have puked. I move deeper into the store, hoping to find the back exit. The slime is now covering the walls and ceiling and making the back of the store look like the inside of a cave. I move deeper and deeper inside, and then suddenly I see them, and my insides churn. Attached to the walls are the bodies of women. All of them dead. Their stomachs ripped open, with their intestines hanging free. The smell is too much, and this time I heave up bile. The wall is covered with them. There had to be at least 20. All young women, none of them looked older than 25. If it wasn't clear before, it was very clear now. I need to get out of here. In a panic, I rush down the tunnel, and then my heart drops when it comes to a dead end. I pound my fist on the wall in desperation. At this point, I'm starting to lose it. I have no choice now but to go back to the front.
Help!
I jump at the sudden noise and shine my light from where it came.
Please.
It's Ashley. She's stuck in the wall, and she seems to be unharmed.
Please, help!
Ashley? I rush over and start trying to free her. The slime is viscous and everywhere. It doesn't come off easily. I manage to tear off chunks, and she collapses to the ground.
What's happening?
Hey.
Why are we here?
Who did this to you?
I don't know. All I remember is talking on the phone, and then I woke up here.
She looks at her surroundings, then notices the bodies lining the wall. She covers her mouth as tears run down her eyes. Stay close. I'm gonna get us out of here. I turn off my flashlight, and we start making our way back, passing the rows of bodies. Abruptly, we hear something coming towards us, fast. We have nowhere to hide, and that's when we see it. Moving toward us was a tall, pale woman with matted hair, naked and barefooted. She appeared to be pregnant, but her stomach had a massive gash right in the center, with an umbilical cord hanging out. Her flesh appeared to be rotting, falling from her. Here and there, bones poked through the sour flesh. She was coming at us, and despite her brittle-looking body, she was moving so fast. We started running for the door. I could hear her wet feet slapping on the floor behind us. Before we reached the end of that foul tunnel, I felt lines of white fire explode across my back. I tumble into the store, crashing into an aisle. I can see her hideous form standing over me. I cringe from the sight of it. She leans down, reaching for me with those long, filthy nails. Suddenly, I hear Ashley screaming, and above me there's a sickening crunch as an old can of food smashes into the monster's face.
Get up, come on!
In the next moment, Ashley was pulling me to my feet, pushing me towards the door.
The glass! Through the glass!
Are you serious? Behind us, the woman screams and thrashes around the store. I summoned all of my strength, pushed my body into a sprint, and crashed headlong into the grimy, stained glass. I felt a sharp sensation of pain, but we spilled out into the cold night. Come on! Get in the car! We crowded into my car, and I jerked the key around. In seconds, we were pulling out of that damned station, driving hard for the nearest town. Ashley sat beside me, trembling and sobbing. Just as we pulled onto the road, I glanced up at the rearview mirror. And to this day, I wish I hadn't. She stood there, in the driveway, her pale flesh bathed red by my brake lights. She was reaching towards me with one gnarled hand, and with the other, she was digging through the hole in her guts.